Hey, what's up everyone? Long time without a status update, so I thought we'd shoot a quick video showing kind of where we're at on this giant project we got here behind me. I'm in the process of moving, so all this is shot on my cell phone and edited on my cell phone, so I excuse any weird editing or audio or whatever it is that this video is going to produce. So, alright, we're going to do a quick walk around. We're going to show what I got to do to get this thing drivable to move it to its new home. And yeah, we're going to start getting some real work done since we got some good weather coming up. So, here we go. Alright guys, so as you can see, side by side with a factory Vanagon, this thing is going to be quite massive, both in height and in width. It's going to be totally awesome to drive down the road, just so you can get kind of a side-by-side comparison here. Absolutely awesome. Some things that I have done since our last video that I cut really short. I've gotten this roof panel mocked up here and ready to weld in. I gotta make some more cuts to the two halves to slip it in place. We went ahead and decided to cut it much wider, that way we could kind of correct the weird arch to the roof that was going to be kind of inevitable with two cut halves like this. And I've also added the doors back on, so it kind of makes it look a little bit more like a complete vehicle inside my driveway. And it all opens up and all that stuff. Like, awesome. Alright, so here it is, beautiful Cummins sitting there in between the front seats, just like I pictured it. It's pretty tight, guys, I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely some challenges ahead of me here as far as getting the intake and the exhaust to fit. The other side, you'll see the turbo is definitely going to be in kind of a where we're gonna be sitting, so I'm gonna have to relocate it slightly. Looking there in the back, you can see I got a nice wide cut there for the transmission, and that really just was making it easy for me to put the frame under it. A few of the parts we got here for the rest of the stitching together. I'll tell you, having the roof in there really makes this seem so much more like one piece than it is two pieces. Alright, so moving on to this side, you're going to definitely see what I'm talking about with the exhaust here. Where the turbo has got to be here. And you can't really see very... there we go. So yeah, not a lot of space here really for the turbo to sit. So like I had talked about before, thinking about mounting the turbo backwards, and so it would tuck up in here alongside the block. Looking down here at the front suspension area, there's a little bit of trimming that I need to do to the Vanagon's frame so that I don't make any contact with my tires, but luckily this is actually pretty clear lock to lock. I need to trim this edge. I'm going to cut this all the way back. As far as mounting the steering box, I think what I'm going to end up doing, instead of the first idea with the multiple beveled steering boxes, is mounting the steering box behind the front axle. That way I only have to use the one factory beveled steering box that's already mounted in the van. Couple of mounts to relocate. There's always going to be this kind of gap here in the middle just with the way the frame sits, but I'm gonna make it look much better. Actually, it's going to have less of a gap there because this is sitting up slightly higher than it's going to. Alright guys, so for my next videos I plan to start getting that roof welded in, get the nose all buttoned up and welded in, and start getting this cab completed and ready for its chassis. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.